Welcome back to my channel. Today, I will show you a 2003 Canadian drama film named My Life Without Me, based on true story. Anne is a hardworking 23-year-old mother with two small daughters, an unemployed husband, a mother who sees her life as a failure, and a jailed father whom she has not seen for 10 years. At the beginning of the movie, Anne is cleaning school at night, while she is listening to Chinese. After work, and heads to her car with her friend Lori, who is obsessed with her fatness. Then, on her way home, Anne picked up her mother at the bakery where her mother works. On their way home, her mother asked her if Don, Anne's husband, looking for a job, and tells her mother that Don is always looking for a job. When they reach their home, her mother gives her some muffins for the girls, and both go to their houses. Anne's husband and children were sleeping when she gets home, and she sleeps with her husband. At the morning, while Anne and her husband are preparing their children for school, Don tells Anne that he got a job at the swimming pool business, and wishes him a good luck. And Don takes the children to school. After they left, as Anne wants to clean the plates, she feels dizziness and collapsed. After a while, her mother can't answer, so her mother enters her house. Fast forward, Anne is in hospital waiting for scan and checkups. But she is worrying about her daughters, because she has to pick them up from the school. She requested one nurse to tell her mother to pick up her kids. After a while, another nurse takes her to a scan room, where she met Dr. Thompson, which is scanned to her with ultrasound scan. After scanning Anne, Dr. Thompson invited another two doctors to check up the scan results with him. Moments later, Dr. Thompson sits beside Anne at waiting room, then requested her to call her husband, and tells the doctor that she wouldn't prefer to call her husband. The doctor tells her that she have a tumor in both ovaries and reached her stomach, and it's beginning to spread to her liver. The doctor also tells her that if she was 20 years older, it would be spreading more slowly and they could operate it, but her cells are very young and growing too fast, and there is nothing they can do. The doctor tells her that she have 2 months to live on, and completely melted and freeze, thinking that she was pregnant. The doctor offers her if she needs anything like coffee, bourbon or a cigarette. She asks him if he has a candy. He gives her one. The doctor prepared some leaflets which will explain everything, some recipes to help ease the nausea, and tells her that he would like to see her next week, giving her an appointment and his direct line in case she needs to call him. As her world changed, after she left the doctor, she starts thinking in a way she never thinks before. She calls her mother and asking her if she did pick up her daughters. Deciding not to tell anyone of her condition and, using the cover of anemia, tells her mother that it was anemia. She goes back to her house. Her husband Don asks her about her condition. She tells him, too, that it was anemia that she is fainting for, and they give her some iron and vitamins. Don tells her that he thought she is pregnant, and starts thinking. She is not used to thinking, because when you have your first kid at 17 with the only man you have ever kissed in your life, and then another kid when you are 19 with the same man, and you live in a trailer in your mom's backyard, and your dad's been in jail for 10 years, you never have time to think. And decided to make a list of things to do before she dies. She decides to change her hair, record birthday messages for the girls for every year until they are 18, to go and see her father in jail, make love with other men to experience how it feels to be in a sexual relationship with someone other than her husband, and tries to set up her husband with another woman which her girls liked. The next morning, she prepares her kids and Don takes them to school. After that, she goes to saloon and requested to change her hair. At the night after work, she picks up her mom. And after they come home, a clip shows her mother crying while she is watching a movie. On the other hand, Anne heads back to the city, leaving a note for her husband telling she has gone to a laundromat, and goes to a bar, where she met with her hairdresser. After the bar, Anne goes to the laundromat, where she met Lee, while she is waiting for the cleanup. He offers her if she wants a coffee. She accepted it. As he heads out to the coffee, she fell asleep on the chair. When the man comes back, he covers her with his jacket and sits in front of her, while watching her. When she woke up, she noticed him. He even tells her that he washed and folded her laundry while she was sleeping. When Anne gets back to home, she finds Lee's book in her laundry, which he wrote his number on the first page, and started to record the birthday messages to her daughters, wishing them happy birthdays and telling them take care of their dad and grandmother. And that night after the work, she calls the number on the book which Lee gives her. Lee picked it up and invites her to his house. And amazed because Lee lives in a house without furnitures. Turns out he is heartbroken. Someone left him alone, and he wants to feel that emptiness. And Lee gets to know each other, and Lee tells her that he was into many places such as Alaska, Chile, North Carolina, and Halifax. And she tells him about her daughters. Lee tells Anne that she is beautiful. He also tells her that he have a sister which works at a radio station, and she sends him every week a music that she likes. And Lee offers Anne if she should like to listen to music with him in his car. They entered the car and started the music, turns out to beautiful songs. While they are listening to the music, they kissed each other and go on. In the morning, Anne goes to the doctor with a package of recorded birthday messages to her daughters, asking him to give them to her kids. The doctor gives her some more candy and invited her friend Lori to dinner with her family, to set her up to the girls and her husband. But the girls didn't like her. The next day, Anne asked their neighbor, a nurse which is also called Anne, to look after her girls for a while. The children had a great time together with her. After she comes back, Anne invites her to a coffee. The nurse tells Anne some sad moments she encounters while she was a pediatric nursing. Then Anne invites her to dinner with the girls. Meanwhile, Anne takes some time with Lee, making love with him, and visits her father to the prison. After that, Anne's situation starts to worsen, and stays at home while Don takes the girls to school. Anne records a message to her husband Don, explaining to him why she didn't tell him that she is going to die and telling him that she loves him. She recorded another one to her mom, telling to enjoy life and at least to have fun. She then leaves all tapes that she has recorded with her doctor, asking him to deliver them after her death. And then met Lee one last time and asks him to tell her the places he would like to take her. Lee tells her the beauty of some different places while listening and saddened and not feels well, and says she is unable to go all these beautiful places, and she can't tell him the reason. Then Lee tells Anne about how much he fell in love for her and left in tears. At the night, Anne is on the bed feeling terrible. Meanwhile, the other Anne comes over to make dinner for the kids and Don. As Anne watches how happy they are with a woman as same as her name and girls love so much, she prays this to be her life without her and prays Don to love this woman too. And then Anne passed away on her bed, praying. At the end of the film shows that all the people in her life changed their lives, and everything of being the way she wanted. Lee in his car listening to a tape she recorded for him, telling that she fell in love with him. And lastly, asks him to paint his walls and buy some furniture. Her mother enjoying her life and going on a date, her husband and kids happily getting along with the other Anne. Her friend Lori is sad and still eating while she is thinking about her. On the other hand, Lee is painting his walls and bought some furniture. End of the story.